This topic might be interesting because it's for, it's for my male audiences, right? So it's the black pill epidemic, okay? It's the whole, like, the issue with, like, the whole, instead of, like, the red pill and everything like that, right? You got the black pill, which the black pill is a little bit more, I guess you could say it's a little bit more extreme than the red pill. But apparently, at least from the thumbnail, at least I took like a couple seconds of it. Apparently it's not really like these people who are spewing out like nonsense or so about like the black pill and all this other shit. Apparently these aren't even like alpha males that are actually like doing this shit, they're just like regular guys who just can't get any women or so. Apparently that's what it is. But take a look at listen to this. This is very interesting for you guys.
The owner of one of the biggest Looksmaxxing websites just got leaked, and here is what the perpetrator looks like. Now, it's easy to make fun of someone who looks like this, but I have a theory that this sort of behavior is exactly what is leading to the male loneliness epidemic, and I have proof. Let me show you.
Now, I just gotta say, before he goes on any further, that brother in Christ, if you genuinely look like this, bro, you do not need to be complaining about women and them not paying you any attention, bro. Like, literally. And the crazy thing is, like, guys will literally look like this and want like a very attractive, fit, like supermodel-esque girl, or maybe not even supermodel-esque, but they want her to be fit and attractive, and yet you look like this, bro. The energy you want, you have to put out back into the world. That's super simple. Additionally, for the people who say looks don't matter, bro, it's cope, and you're just lying to people. Everything matters in this world, right? Everything. Personality matters. How you look physically matters. Your money matters. Whether you have a job or not, or still live with your mom, matters. And the top comment,
actually, no, it really doesn't matter now in this day and age, because like now people can't live on their own. It's not really a big deal if you live with your parents. The problem is like it's expensive. You used to be able to live on your own, but like not anymore, because ever since the pandemic happened, it's just kind of like it's a lot more difficult to live on your own now.
and here says making fun of his looks only proves his point. Now, I don't know if the person who uploaded this video is going to make fun of his looks. I don't want to do that. And if you think me pointing out his obvious flaws is making fun of him, then you're just soft. I'm not making fun of him. I'm just stating the obvious. A lot of people are just afraid of the truth nowadays for some reason. I don't know why that is. But again, if you look like this and you have not done anything to improve your life or your body, your physical attributes, then I'm sorry. Whining online about women all day is just pointless. It's futile.
Now, it's easy to make fun of someone who looks like this, but I have a theory that this sort of behavior is exactly what is leading to the male loneliness epidemic, and I have proof.
It's not just this specifically. It's not like it's part of the male loneliness epidemic. It just kind of brainwashes the younger generation into thinking that way. The problem is with some of the male loneliness epidemic is because women in general, right, are asking for too much. Their standards are ridiculously fucking high for no fucking apparent reason, They're asking for so much shit. It's like basically the one chart that Asmongold did, right? You got all the girls from like 1 to 10 or so, and they're all going for the guys that are like, it's a 10 out of 10, a 9 out of 9, or an 8, or I mean an 8 out of 10, or a 9 out of 10, Those are the girls they're usually going after, right? And then all the guys below 8 out of 10, they don't get nothing or so in return. So even like an average looking guy or so doesn't get anything, That's the problem.
Let me show you. I read a lot of comments on my page, and so many times I'll click on their profile and it'll be a private account with no photos and an anonymous profile picture. I've been so curious about this phenomenon that I actually asked a couple of them about it, and they all said the same thing. They're too worried what people are going to say if they do post. In high school and college, there was so much.
That's a problem. Like that specific frame of reference right there is the problem is what's happening now. But this black pill, red pill, blue pill, green pill, purple pill, rainbow pill, I don't give a fuck, whatever pill it is. It's also the one that's also brainwashing the younger generation to think this sort of way. The whole Looksmaxxing and the whole this and like why you can't get women and all this other fucking stupid shit or so. It's like come on, man. And like it's not really that hard, just be yourself, just work on yourself, if you don't feel happy in your own body or so, and you feel a little bit chubby, you feel a little bit fat, then work out, just work yourself out, work out, work on yourself, get a nice good skin routine, work on stuff, maybe get a new like hairstyle or so, you know, or whatever other shit, maybe a new fit, maybe outfit or so. Not because of loneliness, it's an outcome of it. In my opinion, people get mad and it's easy to point the problems at someone else, that yourself. So if someone comes and says so with this so-called solution, they can fall for it. But the funny thing about it is not really much of a solution to begin with. You know, it's more like brainwashing the young audiences. Well, mostly the males or so. I still think personally, like yeah, there's still like a rule and set or so that, you know, as in like, you know, don't make the girl change, you know, change you for who you are to a degree, right? But there are some things, you know, you can change at least, you know. As in, like, you know how like some guys can be a little bit rough on the edges or so, but then when they find that special somebody, they're like, you know, they're super soft towards them. They're more, you know, they're more giddy, you know. But then like, you know, with the boys and everything like that, he's still got the rough exterior. It's like kind of like that basically, you know.
Pressure
You
to
get
be
that
good
one person
looking.
that
There's
kind
so
of like
much pressure to
changes
be
you to
jacked and lean. There's so much pressure to be rich that they might as well not even try.
And that's, you see, that's the problem. Guys, people are very nihilistic. Listen, I understand all the daily pressures of compare and contrast. First of all, stop comparing your life to the lives of people online. Comparison is a thief of joy. Just focus on you and the small improvements you can do every day, whether that's financially, physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever. Your journey is your own. And if you have a very toxic, unhealthy mindset of comparing your life to those online who are, by the way, only showing you the shiny bits of their life, they're going through their own struggles too, behind the scenes in these highly edited videos. Stop comparing your life to the veneer and the facade of people you see online when they may be struggling as well. Secondly, just because someone may look better than you or have more money than you or whatever does not mean that you still can't try. That's just super nihilistic. Life is very relative and very contextual. Sure, there's always going to be someone better than you or lower than you, right? But just because someone may have more or less does not mean that you should compare yourself to them and not try. You're trying to improve your life for you, not for other people. And not gonna lie, I think a lot of these defeatist, nihilistic, I don't even want to try type of mentalities is literally why people become incels and isolated, because you just don't want to try, bro. You just give up on life, and that's sad, man.
If they post on Instagram and their photo doesn't get 250 likes or whatever arbitrary number, they feel like a failure and a loser, and they're gonna get made fun of at school tomorrow.
That is sad, bro.
What
And that
the
is
hell?
legit mental illness fueled by like online parasocial activities that we need to stomp out in real life.
It is of my belief that social media and these looksmaxxing people are to blame for this sort of behavior. I am all for self-improvement, don't get me wrong, but it seems
Yeah,
like
of
all of
course.
this looksmaxxing stuff is kind of just comparing yourself to others and ranking yourself on a leaderboard.
Literally.
I would have to say what Maury is saying, but you have to remember we got a gen that is being raised online that will sadly get caught up with more comparison. Yeah, the problem is they always like to compare themselves online. That's why there's a lot of people who always hate other people who have like a happy relationship or any of that stuff, right? Because I've been seeing that specifically where, like, you know, you see a happy couple and then like everyone just starts dog shitting on the guy because the guy looks like average, but then he has like a pretty good decent looking girl or so, right? That's the problem with like these younger generations. They like to compare themselves. It's like, why my life looking shit? Why my life looking this? Why my life looking that? Well, because number one, you're not really taking care of yourself. That's number one. Number two is you're not doing anything to change yourself. You know, you're not putting in the time to do something. You know. That's the thing itself. Like, if you want to change, you want to change something, some aspect or some part of your life or so, you have to put in the effort. You got to put in the time and effort for it. At the end of the day, you know, that's just how it works.
That's what it is, man. And I gotta say, it's weird. The Looksmaxxing online.
Also, don't do Looksmaxxing. I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Trust me. You do not want to do Looksmaxxing. You can just work on yourself normally. You know.
Competing and trying to look better than the next guy community. It's just, they have valid points for like basic stuff like hygiene and skincare and all that shit. But then when you get into the deep nooks and crannies of the entire ecosystem, it's just, bro, people just become way too obsessed with their looks. And it's, bro, it's
Yeah.
like, it's making so many people have body dysmorphia and genuinely unhappy because they're never satisfied. Take, for example, there's one of the leaders of the Looksmaxxing community by the name of Androgenic, one of these guys. And this girl confronted him like a few nights ago talking about his looks and calling him, you know, ugly or whatever, right? She was being rude. But here was his response, bro. You know, he's
Let me
not
see.
bad looking, but it's just like the way
He's okay, but he's still a boy though. Only boys do this. You're not a man. Just letting you know. As someone who's a woman or so, If you do these kinds of things, you're a boy. You're not a man. You're a boy. Okay? You will never sway me in any type of way.
Responded shows how much insecurity is rampant in people like this.
You're ugly! What the hell? You're ugly!
You're fucking low key back. You look at your fucking mid face. You look fucking ugly as You look fucking absolutely disgusting. I'm serious.
Like, I gotta say, bro, as a man,
Damn,
man,
dude, you see what he had in his eyes specifically? Look at his eyes, dude. Look at his eyes, man. He got so offended when literally someone said, "You look so ugly."
You look fucking absolutely disgusting. I'm serious.
like, I gotta say,
That's
bro, as a
crazy.
man, a little girl like this, you know.
I don't remember the VOD, but it was research that the norm of being online in a day is like 80% due to the loneliness because people have less friends now, or are friendless. It's weird because you want to know something? I mostly am online. I don't have any IRL friends, right? I just found out recently that one of my high school friends is into way too deep in politicalness. I don't want to associate with them personally because apparently they are against basically they're against of what happened in whatever that fucking state or so with that one lady getting shot by the officer. And then he was trying to defend like the lady or some whatever, that the officer was in the wrong, and then calling Donald Trump some weird I don't know. I just don't associate with him specifically anymore. And he was one of the ones I invited over to my sister's wedding or so. Thank God he didn't come, to be honest. After seeing what the fuck he's posting, I'm just kind of like, you know what? You're a landmine. I don't want to mess with you specifically. But back to the story anyways. I'm mostly online. My friends are mostly online. I still socialize and communicate with them. You know, do I sometimes do my own thing? Yeah, of course there are sometimes I just do my own thing specifically, but like, you know, it's just kind of like, you know, I don't know, it's just like I still make friends, you know, I still socialize with people from time to time. Like VR chat is that type of gamer, so that makes me socialize with people, make new friends and new connections and stuff, you know? But like when it comes to like, you know, when it comes to like specifically with like, you know, IRL friends, I don't really have much IRL friends anymore now. Just because, you know, everyone's doing their own thing now, you know? Everyone's got their own thing that they do now, so.
Size, right? Not age. She should not be able to ever get you
So
off
some
your
of the ones
rocks
that I
like
know
this,
are
bro.
sort
She
of
should not
crazy.
emotionally trouble you to the point to where you look so flustered, you can't speak, you're stumbling, she's laughing at you, you're pointing down at her, and you're just like, you're clearly bothered. Guys, take a more relaxed approach to life. When people say disrespectful things to me or rude things to me, mostly online, because I don't get that energy in real life. Online, I don't even, bro, either I lean into it, I laugh, I troll back, or I
Same.
just ignore it because it doesn't mean
Same.
anything to me. And in real life, bro, I don't even associate with people like that. It's just like,
Same.
yo, things aren't that serious. You're trying to rage bait, you're trying to troll. I understand
Yeah, of
that.
course.
And like, you're not gonna accomplish the goal, your goal of trying to make me bothered by calling me ugly, because I'm a very unbothered individual. I couldn't give a fuck less. But when you have a guy like this, androgenic, he's like in the same field as clavicular and all them, who are so obsessed with their looks, and he got surgery. Let me show you.
Whoa, is this what he looked like? The best Looksmaxxing transformation. Watch until the end. That is wild to see that, actually, to be honest. But it's all fake though. It's not even real. This Looksmaxxing thing is not even real. Like this is something that you have to change with plastic surgery. And then getting plastic surgery, I assume he got plastic surgery at a young age, you know, so he's not gonna age very well, is all I gotta say.
So yeah, this was him, right? When he was younger, right? Skinny, you know, whatever. And then eventually he got into the Looksmaxxing community. He started, you know, taking like steroids, peptides. He got, I think, double jaw surgery. He probably started injecting testosterone as well. And he started molding and shifting himself into a very weird looking individual. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I guess technically his look.
What the f- Oh, it looks like the Hunchback of Notre Dame back there. Dude, he has a weird hump on his back. What the fuck is this? What the that? He's fucking mewing. Oh, dude, it looks so fucking bad, dude. Oh my god, dude. Holy shit, dude. It looks like he's hunched over so badly, dude.
Have improved, but his head just looks crazy now. Like he does not look.
What the fuck is that? What is that? Oh my god. Oh my lord. Ew. Dude, that's just okay. All right. Yeah, okay. Whatever, buddy. Okay.
Real to me. He looks very uncanny. When you have guys like this, my point is, who are so obsessed with their looks to the point to where they completely change like everything about their physical appearance, they're gonna be attached to everything that has to do with their physicality.
Dude. He has such a tiny waist, man. What the fuck am I even staring? What is that? Every time I keep pausing on a photo on him, it just looks even worse. Oh my god, dude.
To the point to where any critique or
oh brother, hold on, go back. This is why anime doesn't translate well into our brother. He has no legs. He has no muscles on his legs. What is this? Bro, man. Oh my god. He reminds me of some cartoon that I can't think of off the top of my head. But oh my god, it reminds me of like, he has like a big ass buff ass fucking chest and arms and shoulders, but he got like little tiny itty bitty legs or so. That might be doing them drugs like the other dude. He is. He's 100% doing it. He's on drugs. He's on natty 100%. So this is not natural whatsoever. Honestly, this looks so fucking weird, dude. Body proportion looks so off, dude.
critique or pointing out of a flaw can send them over the edge. Say that they're ugly or you're not.
Dude, stop showing me these pictures. Oh my god. These pictures are so dude, you can't be serious with me. Bro, this body proportion is so unnatural, dude. This shit looks so weird. Oh my god. You know what the arms remind me of? You guys want to know what the arms remind me of? Let me see, hold on. Let me see. Dude, it reminds... Bro, he got the SpongeBob arms, man. He got the SpongeBob arms. Bro, he got the SpongeBob arms, bro. You can't even tell the difference, to be honest. Oh my lord, dude. These kids, I swear. Bunch of babies. They're all babies. They're all babies to me.
Not their preference or you're not their cup of tea. They
wait. Hold on, wait. Hold on. No, not that one. No, not that one. Oh my god, dude. It looks like he hasn't trained his body equally. No leg day. Bro, he is skipping leg day, dude. There is no legs there. Oh my, bro, dude, look at that, dude. That looks so weird, dude. That looks so weird. That looks not natural. Oh my god, dude.
Or you're not their cup of tea. They will have erratic emotional outbursts that are borderline unhinged.
These people are far worse than the girl being on her period. That's all I gotta say.
Actually completely unhinged. And true confidence, in my opinion, no matter how good you look on the outside,
but the problem is he's not even training the rest of his body. He's just only training his upper body. That's it.
Really come from within. Like, again,
You're ugly! What the hell? You're ugly!
You're fucking low-key back. You look at your fucking mid-face. You look fucking ugly as f. You look fucking absolutely disgusting. I'm serious.
Like, he starts talking about her
Jesus.
mid-phase, bro, and she doesn't care at all, bro. Guys, this guy reeks of insecurity, man. And if this is you, man, despite getting all these surgeries and injecting steroids and peptides, then you clearly have a lot of healing you still need to do.
Are too scared to put themselves out there because they are too worried what others are going to say.
That shit
And I'm
was
out here
funny,
just trying to do
dog.
my
I'll fucking
small
lie,
part
to be
in
honest.
fixing this. Like, look at this. I got a fat ass cold sore on my lip. I don't give a fuck, bro. I am still filming. My value does not come from my external appearance. It comes from who I am deep down inside.
So basically, that guy pointed out the fact that, and this is what I truly believe, your value as a human being, outside whatever the social constructs humans have created for themselves, I believe comes from your intrinsic, intangible values from within. Perseverance, the willing to get knocked down and get the back up, the ability to be a leader, to strive in the face of adversity, to keep going in the darkness, to reach the light. I know it sounds cheesy, it sounds cliche, it sounds generic, but yeah, man, that's my mindset. We only have one life. Sure, take care of your body, your mind, your soul. Clearly, the leader of the Looksmaxxing community, this guy right here is not doing it, right? He's a
That's
part of the
crazy.
Looksmaxxing community, as well as this guy right here. In the same community, he might look good on the outside, but on the inside, I can tell he's a very unhealthy individual. I've made multiple videos about this guy, 2 to
the
3 videos already about this
clavicular
guy.
guy.
Very toxic mind.
I'm gonna be honest with you, clavicular guy is a ticking time bomb. That's all I gotta say. He's gonna snap eventually.
Mindset, genuinely. And then, we have people in the comment section saying making fun of his looks only proves his point. I don't know who's making this guy didn't make fun of his looks, nor did I. But again, this is just projection of insecurity. Nobody's making fun of him. If anything, people are pointing out the hypocrisy, the irony. You complain about women and you're black pilled and you complain about all these things, yet you have not even tried, bro. You haven't even tried in life. And then these people create these incel communities, like one of the largest incel involuntary celibate communities, all right? And technically, being an incel or
A community for men that lack romantic relationship despite trying? It's because you're not really trying to be a better version of you. That's why. So, I'm just saying.
Involuntarily celibate means you literally can't get physical intimacy with anyone, regardless how much you try. But obviously, the meaning has shifted, has changed.
Man, my brother hasn't had a relationship in a while, but he's not a fucking incel, you know. I was just like, what the fuck? Even Mr. Libido Man hasn't had a relationship in a while either, too, as well. Like, I have a couple of guy friends who haven't had relationships in a while, but they're not fucking incels. They don't identify or identify themselves as an incel, you know? They're just working on themselves. That's it, you know?
And it's taken on a whole other meaning like a list of attributes or personality characteristics or physical attributes that people may use the word incel to slander you with. I don't personally agree with that, because words mean things to me, but I understand linguistics and the evolution of language over time. But I just gotta say, if you are in the incel community, the Looksmaxxing community, and you are black pilled, and you have not even tried to personally improve your life, regardless of what other people think, you're not eating organic, you're not exercising at least 3-4 times a week, you're not reading or trying to gain knowledge about things, then you have nobody else to blame but yourself.
Exactly.
And I know people are gonna be upset about this video, about me, I guess speaking the truth or stating common sense, which I believe to be common sense. But I mean, hey, a lot of these things that are turning people into
Like, you
incel.
don't have to like work out like extensively or intensely or anything like that. Just just keep yourself nice and shape, Don't let yourself go,
Or femcells, because female incels exist too. It's just legit self-sabotage. These are
I'm not a female incel either, okay? I have no idea what the fuck is I assume it's the opposite version of incel, but like, it's like, ugh. I'm like, it's the same thing for the women that I have to say the same subject. Like, I have to say the same thing for both guys and girls at the end of the day. Your dating preferences just fucking suck, okay? That's all I gotta say, That's all I gotta say, Bring your standards down, bring them down, okay? Number one, bring them down, okay? Number two, if you want to improve on yourself, just improve on yourself, Lose some weight, get a new skincare, try a new style, new fashion, Try anything to improve your life in general.
just lifestyle choices that you can change. Nobody's forcing you to live like this. I gotta say, even I've seen videos of people literally born disadvantaged at birth with childhood defects and all these genetic anomalies. They even still try and become sometimes great athletes. They change the world by creating plethora of scientific inventions. They get rich off of perseverance and trying to actually work with people. All I'm saying is, if people with less privilege than you at birth can lead great lives, why can't you? I don't know. I just gotta say, I'm all for self-accountability. I don't like the victimhood Olympics. I don't like blaming people for my failures in life. I take full and 100% response. Even when I'm not at fault and somebody snakes me, I'm just gonna be like, hey, what I do is say, hey, this person, they did that and I should have vetted better. I should have been more thorough. It's my fault and I'll move better next time. That's my mentality. But I guess, you know, people would rather just stay in this victimhood mentality and blame other people on the opposite political spectrum, the opposite gender, the opposite race, etc., etc., the opposite.
It's to some degree to blame the opposite sex. To some degree. When it comes to women, their specific standards are fucking wild. Guys are also the same thing too. Guys also have the most craziest, wildest fucking aspects for women as well, because I know this because I have a couple of guy friends. I've asked them, what specific type of women are you guys looking for, or what are you guys into, and they tell me the most, pretty much almost the same thing consistently. Okay, there's a lot of running course between women and men. Both of you have just shit taste. Okay, that's all I gotta say. Both of you have shit taste. Okay? All right? It's not just, oh, females have shit taste. Also, guys have shit taste too, as well, okay? I have seen it, okay? I have witnessed it, okay? All right? There are females that are part of the pill community on YouTube, you know, selling the pill BS. What the fuck? What are you talking about? I don't even know any of this shit. But yeah. But overall, it did start with the females, right? The females started this because now the males are now completely, like, you know, hating on the females because the females actually started it. If I'm trying to recollect this, I don't really know who actually started it for real, but the more problematic ones are the females specifically. But the problem is like those females, right? Those specific females do not represent all other females, okay? Just because you grab a few females from New York City and you ask them what type of guys they are, and they say the most generic stupid shit ever, it's not like you have to paint every single female the same thing. It's the same thing if it's a guy or so who's like, oh, I like my big titty women and like big ass booty girl or so with like a thin ass waist, you know, and all this with a pretty ass face and you know whatnot. And it's not like I'm gonna hate every single fucking guy because of that. No, it's just those specific type of guys who are literally like the opposite version of the women one. It's just kind of like basically it, you know? It's just like, I'm like, it's fine to have your dream guy and your dream girl, because at the end of the day, it's a dream. It's not a reality, you know? Reality is a different thing, you know? I feel like there's a thing you have to separate between like a dream and a reality, you know? Well, great video, to be honest. Maury always makes some great videos. Do I agree with everything? Of course, I don't really agree with everything, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like you both share the same shit and the same problems, okay? All right, I blame both of them. No one's gonna get blamed. I don't blame the females and females only. I don't blame the males and males only. I blame both of you equally, simultaneously the same, okay? You both have like these issues with each other that you guys can't seem to fucking resolve with one another because you guys like to act like little kids and everything. And it's just kind of like so annoying at the end of the day. But that's why we people in the void are so make fun of you guys all the time. So that's the thing. I don't know. Like I said specifically, don't do black pills, don't do red pills, don't do blue pills, yellow pills, rainbow pills, pink pills. Don't do nothing. Okay, just work on yourself. You know, work out a little bit, you know, just take care of yourself, get some skin routine, all this other stuff, you know. I don't know, because pill people will say that high earner females will be forever alone because reasons such still high standards of a man, like having a higher pay even though she's a higher earner. In short, who the hell knows who started that? What? True, I don't know who started what, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, don't take pills, just take the Zaza. That's the problem. At the end of the day, it's like, if the woman is having a higher earned pay, there's why would you want to date a guy that even has a higher pay than you? Now you're just like minimizing the dating pool even smaller for yourself at the end of the day. You know, it's just kind of stupid. It's just a stupid mentality at the end of the day. Like, it's fine to have a guy who earns a little bit less than you. There's nothing wrong with it at the end of the day. Financial shit shouldn't even fucking matter. The person that you're dating with, it depends if you care about their looks, their personality, the hobbies that they're in, and all this other shit. Do you see them as a long-term commitment partner or not? You know, it's just, that's just kind of basically is how I see it personally. I don't know. I don't really see financial status as being part of the check marker. So for me, it's like, oh, you make this much money? Oh, okay, I'll fucking add you to the list to date you. You know, it's like, no, that's not what I do. So it doesn't really matter how much you make at the end of the day. That doesn't matter to me. You know, it doesn't matter how much you make. It doesn't matter how you do this. It doesn't matter if you own a fucking mansion and fucking 10 billion cars or something. I don't care about that stuff, you know. All I care about is just the personality and you who you are, and that's it, you know. But yeah, anyways, like I said to all my male audiences, at the end of the day, just work on yourself. Get a good skin care routine, you know. Work out a little bit. I'm not asking to like fucking beef yourself out to the max or so. Just taking care of yourself, eat properly, you know, whatever. Just the things that you can control at the end of the day. The things that you can control, you can definitely do. But hey, but if you want to mope and cry and don't want to do anything and don't want to change anything, and you keep crying and complaining, I was like, oh, nobody wants to date me because, you know, blah 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 blah. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna help you out. You know, why would I help out somebody if they don't want to be helped at the end of the day? So at the end of the day, that's just my personal opinion. You can think whatever you think at the end of the day. Like I said, at the end of the day, don't fall for this. All of my I have a couple of young audiences that watch me. Don't fall into the rabbit hole of the black pill and the red pill. Trust me, it's not worth it, okay? I've seen videos of those. My brother has seen videos of those. My brother thinks they're all retarded. And this is from my older brother, okay? He's a guy, so he can relate to a lot of my male audiences, and he thinks personally a lot of the shit is stupid. He really does personally think. And that's why, you know, that's just kind of like what it is. But hey, whatever. The problem is Gen Z is going to have this problem at the end of the day. They're just going to keep falling into this trap. It'll be a repeating cycle forever and ever and ever. But yeah. Anyways, that's the end of the video. And